Good day, happy travelers. Vacation Travel Hacks here with another video for folks planning to go to Disney World and want to research options for the sit-down dining to determine what reservations they might want to make for either themselves or their family. If you're the family planner and you're planning a group outing and you want to try something new, I will show you the adult and the children menu. And I've eaten at all these places. So we'll be able to give you from, tip from experience versus learning trial and error. And you can see if it's something that you'd like to do. Hollywood Studios actually has some really unique dining. And so we should probably walk into it. Hopefully you're here before the 61-day out mark. Again, from a planning standpoint, 60 days prior to your reservation at a Disney resort is when you can make a sit-down dining option, or anywhere really, anywhere dining, but specifically 60 days is when you can start to hammer those out. And if you're at a Disney property, remember you can make it throughout the entire duration of your stay. So the last video we talked about the orientation to the park. Where we talked about how to not walk 20 miles when 5 miles will do. This is a quick overview of what that slide looks like. Be efficient in your planning and strategies, and you can save your feet. So the Hollywood sit-down dining locations, they're all over the park. We got Hollywood and Vine, 50s Primetime Diner, the Brown Derby, Sci-Fi Diner, Mama's Melrose, and the two we will not talk about today because as of right now they're not open, but one will open in spring, the Roundup Rodeo Barbecue. And Olga's Cantina is more of an adult beverage establishment than a place to grab a quick bite to eat. So hopefully you're watching this and you're kind of determining, hey, do I just want to walk up to a place, grab a burger, and fight people for a place to sit down? Or do I want to, be off my feet for about 30 to 45 minutes, maybe an hour, and enjoy some air conditioning, a reserved seat. You don't have to, be Hawkeye, scouting for seats, especially if you're going during the busy time of the year. And the price difference, from a pros and cons, when you're thinking quick service, burger is 13, 15, 16 bucks. Add a drink, that's another $3. As you see in these menus, take a look at these prices. I mean, that's the average cost for a quick service meal to include a drink is about $15 plus or minus a couple bucks. And so here you get the comfort of, all that sit-down dining provides. So let's hop into it. Hollywood and Vine. Its breakfast menu is open 8:30 to 10:30, and then it goes to the lunch through 8 p.m. shortly after that. And the price for breakfast, the breakfast is actually, this place, both breakfast and dinner, is a character dining. So if you didn't want to stand in line to see a character, this is a great opportunity to sit and eat and rest the feet and get those pictures with your character. So it's really a BOGO, and perhaps the price reflects that. So eat as much as you'd like. The day is long. The Banana Saucer's French Toast is pretty solid. Mickey Waffles are classic chicken and waffles. The food, breakfast, I've always been saying in all my videos, breakfast is breakfast is breakfast. But this, I've enjoyed this breakfast as much as any, and the price is lower for kids. Let's go up to the dinner. Again, for a buffet, this is actually one of my favorite character meet and greets because the food is really solid. So that is, we've always enjoyed it for that. Stay as long as you need. And the slow roasted crispy pork belly may not sound super appealing, but it is really solid when it comes to consuming. Let's move on to the next one, 50s Prime Time Cafe. Actually, right next door to the Hollywood Diner. The menu is the same, 10:45 to 9:30, lunch, dinner, portions, price. It's all the same. Let's hop into the menu. This is more of you walk in and you just went back 50, 70 years to the 50s. They got cool, little TVs, and the decor is from that era. People are dressed, the manners, how they expect you to act. It's kind of a cool little area. And again, this is right next to the Minnie and Vine, right in the Echo Lake area behind the dinosaur. The menu, let's walk into some of the entrees. If you're looking at stuff and man, you know what? I really just want to try many things. I get the sampler. It gives you the grilled chicken, the pot roast, and the meatloaf. If you're like, whoa, I want a lot of something, then you can go with one of those other options. But at least here you get it. I get it every time, and all of it is really solid. We'll move on down. Hey, well, what is my kids going to eat? This is the kids menu. Pause if you'd like to spend more time here, but you can't go wrong with chicken strips. I don't know how many children that that eat salmon. Mine doesn't anyway. If yours, you're like, hey, you love salmon. Well, ta-da, you enjoy it, and you can take it from there. So you choose one from the top, two of these down at the bottom. Then there's also the desserts. The desserts are good here. We typically get them. The warm apple crisp is my favorite. I recommend it, but I don't think anybody has tried in my group of 8 has tried something that they're like, nope, never again. Let's keep moving. Hollywood Brown Derby, more of an upscale place. Lunch and dinner menu are the same, open 11 to 8. This is for those with the fine dining, probably one of the nicer restaurants. And you can say that because it's fine signature dining, and it'll be reflected in the price. It's located over here off of Hollywood Boulevard, across the street from Starbucks, and it's pretty easy to get to. The sign, just follow the sign. So here's some appetizers. The charcuterie board. This is kind of like, it's a fine cheese. It's for those, but a lot of people try the roasted bone marrow and love it. Highly recommend it. I just can't get past the name. I'm sorry. Here are some of the entrees. I get the filet. It's good. And other people get the other stuff. No, I don't think we've ever had anything here that wasn't good. Just a note about the famous Cobb salad. It is, you don't even have to chew it. It is minced to a degree that it is completely consumable without having teeth. So I hope you enjoy. And kids, what are your kids going to eat? Well, here's what the kids can eat. You can even have a hot dog. Can't go wrong. The desserts, the Bananas Foster is highly recommended. And I've had the chocolate cake. I recommend that as well. Let's move on to sci-fi dining. Now, listen, this is Hollywood Studios. You could probably spend all week and eat here at different places. Open 10:30 to 9:30. Hard reservation to get. And let's pay attention to these. This is where you're eating. These cars, this is where you're eating. It's a 2-row, and each seat holds 2 people. And if you go in as 2 people might be behind you. If you go in as 4, you get a whole car. If you go in as 5, now that's where it gets a little tricky. It's a hard reservation to get, because there's not too many cars, as you can see, and all these cars are facing a movie projector. So it's a hard reservation to get because there's not a lot of seating, but B, there's a fixed amount of seating. Now at the back, there are some tables for the large group, but there's only a handful of them. So this is one of those reservations where I think many times you can go in, say you're a party of 6 and then somebody randomly joins you and you didn't expect it. It happens to us quite a bit, actually. And you're like, oh, hey, why don't you join us for dinner? This is not one of those places where I've been lucky to add a person simply because it's logistically improbable. But nevertheless, sci-fi dining is a little further away. Down on Commissary, it's not on Commissary Lane. It's facing Star Tours is where this particular item is located. Nope, I apologize. I circled the wrong place. It's actually right here on the edge of Commissary Lane with Star Tours. You got the restroom here. So it is right here. That was an erroneous circle, but nevertheless, appetizers, everyone gets the onion rings and the wings and the fried pickles. I just had fried pickles last time. I highly recommend them. If you like a burger, you're in luck. I had the classic American burger. I'm a classic guy. So it's a good place for a burger. Then, they're $21. Kids can get burgers as well. They can get chicken strips. And the desserts, a lot of people get the cookie shake before they even get their food. Otherwise, a hot fudge sundae is certainly noteworthy and out of this world is as well. Mama Melrose, let's continue our journey. This is more of an Italian establishment. It's got a nice vibe, good environment, lots of lighting, lots of seating. Open 10:45 to 9:30. This one is located at the end of Grand Avenue, beyond past the Muppets area. And here's a look at this menu. It's Italian, so you get a lot of Italian stuff. The calamari is pretty good. The flatbread, actually, a lot of people get the flatbread as their dinner, and just ask for pepperoni and cheese. The entree, otherwise I get the steak. I've had the spaghetti and meatballs, chicken. We go here quite a bit. We we go to Disney World quite a bit, and we've had lots of food. This is one of the favorites. When I say, "Hey, where do you guys want to eat?" They say, "Make sure you squeeze in Mama Melrose." Here's what the kids can eat. Hopefully you see something there. And the whole point of showing you this is if you don't see something that little Timmy or Susie will eat, you can try something else. Pause, go back if you need to. Tiramisu is favorite. Cheesecake is another favorite. And the cannoli, holy cannoli, is good as well. And you can't go wrong with ice cream. So in a short amount of time, we went around all of the Hollywood studios. And if you're thinking of doing a sit down dinner at other parks, I will have other videos. I've already completed the Magic Kingdom and Animal Kingdom. I have one more left to do, and that should be up shortly as we're sitting March 9th. If it's past March 9th, you should probably be able to see all four. Hey, I hope you plan a fun trip, and these videos are fun. They're made for you, and you know what? I like hearing the sound of my voice. I guess they're made for me too. I'll see you in the next video, team. Be safe.